So you heard, you're the blueprint, right? So go ahead and just get started into this message, okay? I really don't like that my microphone is in the picture. You are the blueprint. And here with the definition of what a blueprint is actually a detailed foundational plan used to guide, to build, or achieve something, right? So I've been seeing that on my timeline, but it's true. Being that guide, being that person, being that individual that is basically God's plan, the blueprint, you being the blueprint is basically ushering all the things that were meant to happen or meant to come to pass, right? The 144, the chosen one, the individuals that answered the call, right? And some of us have took out a period out of isolation to stall out the ones that called themselves the chosen one, but really it was never their path. Some of us chose to take the time with the final days of Chiron and Aries to heal. We took the time to know that the final months, years, to finish out Uranus and Taurus. And we're about to approach a Mercury retrograde in Cancer. We're going to be in our feels, we're going to be in our emotions, but we're closing out things that have to be closed before we open the ones that we've always wanted, we always dreamed of. Before Scorpio risings and Scorpio moons really take the stage. And I'm talking to people that are just like me because I'm a Scorpio rising, okay? And we know the shit that we've been through. We know. But the aspect that I'm talking about is that all of that had to close out. All has to close out. We just had a new moon in Gemini and it happened to be a super moon. So what are you going to do the next 6 months? We literally have 6 more months left of this year. 6. By Sagittarius season, we're going to have a full moon in Gemini. When you think of full moons, think of the climax. Think of the peak of all the things, all the manifestations, all the intentions you've already set this past new moon, sorry. And this new moon here was just a great way to finish out Gemini season because it's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of difficult. It's been kind of weird this Gemini season. We even have a wealth chancer of the Black community. I love that for us. It's no longer going to be called a boycott because it's not what it is. It's a wealth transfer. And a lot of us heard over and over again, year after year, that our inheritance is on the way. Great abundance is on the way. And look at what happened. Look what happened. We're giving back to ourselves. We are rebuilding what our ancestors built over and over again, and it got torn down over and over again, burned down over and over again. And now look how we are taking back what's ours collectively. And that wealth is transferring because we've been the blueprint. We are the blueprint because no one moves unless we move. We aren't out there in the streets the way we used to be because it's just like, we're not going to take front lines anymore of anything. And I'm very, very unique to my spirituality and things that I do because I have to follow my ancestors. My ancestors are Black, okay? My ancestors are descendants and the ones that were on the transatlantic slave trade. So when it comes to my spirit guides, my ancestors, and who I go to, that is the course. That is the source part of it. So if you feel left out and you feel like I'm not being inclusive, DEI was rolled back. Okay. But I'm not trying to be mean, rude, whatever. All people are great people when they want to be. But in this day and age, in this experience, I've been very heavy on being there for the Black community, to people that looks like me, my spirituality. I do it amongst most of the people that look like me. All of my divine wisdom and my gifts, my spirituality, I owe it to the Black community, the ones that accepted me the most, the ones that order my readings. Not saying I haven't had other races, of course I have. And they're beautiful people, and they're amazing people. But those people know and recognize and respect that I'm here for the Black majority of the time, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm here for everyone where I'm called when I support Black businesses, okay? And Black businesses support me. Ashe, ashe. Now, with everything that's coming up, I'm being called to this cosmic insight deck. It's one of my new ones, right? What I hear about the blueprint, the the plan that was put on your heart, or not even the plan, the mission, the purpose, the goals, the dreams and aspirations, they are all the same, just different words. They were all geared for you, the collective, you, the individual, you, the mother, you, the father, you, the child, the eldest daughter, you, the eldest son, you, the one that people never understood, you, the one that was outcasted, you, that they formed covens and a group, a hate group around you to tear you down. You were the blueprint the entire time. You were meant to soar and to climb and to reach the highest of the mountains. You. You were meant for all of this. You were meant, and what is all of this? The blessings, the peace. You think that period of isolation was for no reason? Look back and see how much you overcame. See how much you healed. See how much you smiled. See how much you created. It's all in the little things. It's all in the little things. It's all in the details. Because I had a dream last night. And since I've been on my smoking tolerance break hiatus, I have a Gemini in the eighth house. I really shouldn't be smoking anyways, but I do. But taking this time off, a lot of shifts and changes has been really crazy. Because what led me to stop smoking is just I had this ongoing cough, right? Throat chakra energy. And a lot of you might have this similar symptoms that I think you should check out when it comes to speaking, showing up, being seen, being the one that is supposed to show the fuck up, right? I've been having symptoms of coughing a lot. Like, yeah, I usually freaking smoke a lot of out of the bong, right? Straight, right? But the coughing was so constant, it's even in my sleep, and it just does not stop. So I stopped smoking, and within days, the coughing stopped. But then 2, 3 weeks later, the coughing started, and I still haven't smoked. And I realized the biggest issue and why I felt like there was something in the back of my throat and a warning, okay? Tonsil stones. Never had an issue with tonsil stones in my life. This is the first fucking time. But it wasn't the tonsil stones that like my breath was stinking. Trust me. I asked. My sister was like, they can't be because your breath don't stink. I'm like, yeah. It's just I have good dental hygiene, right? But the more and more I was coughing, little pieces would come out. I'm thinking it's food, not really thinking much of it. And then I talked to my chat GPT. This is a alpha and tangent, but listen. I decided to take my water flosser. Never in my life have I used my water flosser the back of my throat because I'm gonna choke. But the irritation was so bad that it didn't hurt. It was literally just irritating. Like, what is that in the back of my throat? What is that? What is that? You know? I'm coughing till I gag sometimes because it's just like I have to get it out. Took the water flosser, came right out. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. This entire time. And of course I'm like, yo, I can smoke again. But I was like, no, 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 no. The downside of smoking is that you don't dream. And I've been having these weird dreams, and I'm about to get to that too. But when it came to the tonsil stone and all the symptoms and all the things that were happening, a lot more started coming up. I got that one, it wasn't really big, but it was big enough for me to be like, ugh, yuck, right? But I also like the fact that it released all the other tiny pieces that had come up. And it was like the entire day it was really bad. I was coughing a lot. I was using the water flosser some more. I'm not supposed to use that more often because you can irritate. And definitely this morning it was a lot, right? But then the dream that I had was about me getting a group of people on this bus, getting them from a part of the world that was like, it was semi end of the world apocalypse. It was just like there's not that many people in the street, but they're all locked into this mall, this section of the mall. You go on the street, you don't want to be on the street. I don't know what it was, but it's just like you outside, that's not a good idea, especially when you're by yourself. And I've been having little dreams here and there, like I'm out and about and I'm with a group of people and everyone's following me. Everybody is following me. Every dream since I stopped smoking were about people that were following me to safety, following me to a destination. And I have so much responsibility to get these people to where they're supposed to be. And I'm constantly looking back to making sure I have all the people, making sure all the kids are next to me or right in front of me. Because when it comes to me and children, or just people in general, I always put the children directly in front of me and I help them steer the way because that's the only way I have my eyes on them. The adults, the other adults, I let them be behind me and they can follow me. But the kids, the younger ones, they were always um they're always directly in front of me. So I'm sitting here looking and um trying to get them to this bus. Finally get outside when it was safe enough. I don't know what it is. I don't think it was an apocalypse. I don't think there were zombies, but something was telling me to be a guide. I already say this all the time. I am a guide. I'm a spirit guide. Even when I'm dead and long gone, my videos, the things that I do in this world are always going to be here and I will always be a guide. I am the goddess. I am Nathifa Morosé. I am the high priestess. I am an empress. I know that for a fact, right? But I see people following me because there's something I'm supposed to be doing. And as soon as I stop smoking, doing all those different things, seeing the things that are coming up, it's because I'm supposed to speak up. I've been speaking up. I've been talking. I've been posting because throughout all that I have been suppressing, and I myself have been through my period of isolation, I 100% believed that I was supposed to be right where I am on this screen, on this video, here at my desk that I had set up for a whole entire year. I had the mic, the camera, the light, the desk, everything here, everything has been here because I knew the time will come. And I brought up the tonsil stones because it was a throat chakra thing. I held things so much that they became impacted. The things that I was supposed to bring up, the things I was supposed to speak about, the things that I was supposed to lead people with finally started coming up. I released that blockage, that final blockage for it all to come out. And the dream that I had last night was telling me to lead these people to the bus. And along the way, I had some other energies, forces, people. I, of course, I didn't see their face, but I knew they were there. Because for me to even keep turning and looking over my shoulder, and then everyone that's following me doing the same thing is because we're on a path that nobody wants us to be on. I finally got on that bus, and do you know who was waiting for me? It was a couple of people they only felt strong when they had others involved to stop me. There was something wrong with the engine of the bus, something wrong with whatever was going on with the bus. And I knew the bus was perfectly fine, but someone somehow knew that I had to let my people get on this bus and leave. I was the only one that said, we are not supposed to stay here. We're stuck in this mall and we don't have resources that we would really need inside this mall. And when it comes to the Elder Reborn and how I want this entire business, this entire platform to evolve into, it's giving promised land. I know, but it's literally giving promised land because the way I want this business to evolve, I want the Elder Farm. I already named it. The Elder Farm and Apothecary. Because this is a place that not only am I going to have my fruits and my vegetables and the chickens and the cows and a whole homestead and compound, is because I'm I am leading myself and many people to the very promised land that's going to bring them generational wealth and growth. I 100% believe that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Because a lot of us are in a position, in an area of life where we have been doing things alone far too long. And someone has to take the lead. Someone has to take the first step. Someone has to be the guide Someone has to come with a plan to go in that direction. And I know I'm going to get there. And people that are supposed to be there with me would be there. But the other thing I had to do is let go of people that were never supposed to be on this journey with me. Me putting back my uh Moldavite. Some people can't handle Moldavite. I remember when the first time I put my Moldavite on, it was a tragically toxic, emotional, crazy time in my life. My finances shifted. My friendships and relationships shifted. My stability shifted. And when I say shift, they sucked. It sucked. But one thing about Moldavite is that it removes things out of your life and it forces the change. It realigns all chakras, all of them. And when it's done realigning, it focuses on the heart center. It centers in. And even though I knew what was ahead of me, and based on my birth chart, I knew that this stone was in alignment for me. This one and this right here is called Columbianite, which is considered like the philosopher's stone. Same with my tattoo. This is the alchemical symbol of that stone, right? That right there has its own effects. And I put that on when I'm done with this, and I don't wear this as often. I keep that on 24/7, right? But I'm back on this right now because I rejoined the journey. Rejoined, whatever you want to call it. I'm here. And the reason why I said all of that to say is that there's a lot of you out there that is just like me. That business that you want to start, that land you want to buy, that experience you want to experience, and you have your own form of your own collective, your own people. You are on the same exact path, different, going in different places, but we are all creating that for our own uh solar system, our own system. I'm just a part of it. I'm just a branch. So take this as a sign that you are the blueprint. You are the one that people are meant to follow. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to get my what I've been manifesting. One second. I'm being shown, or I'm being told to share what I have on my refrigerator at this moment in time. I transmute my wounds into wealth. I am positioned for high level success. I prioritize my health, my wealth, and my peace. I pull and magnetize everything I desire. I day trade 10K a month on all of my accounts. I do day trade. It's a beautiful thing, and I love it. So I think you guys need to just give yourself a good 5 things that you repeat every day. Every day. If you skip it, okay. You know what I do? Because I can be a little tinge of lazy. Record it and play it in the morning. Just hit play. Record it once and hit play. Back in the day, I used to set alarms on my phone. Too far, too close. Back the fuck up. Anyway, this camera wants to focus on me right now. But anywho, so what I used to do is set alarms on my phone, and the alarm would say one of my affirmations. It'll say one of them as the memo within the whatever thing that's on the alarm, right? And every time it rings, that's it pops up too, and I read it to the point that I don't really read it. I just know what it says, and it starts to tap into my subconscious because I see it at the same time. I hear it at the same time, the jingle and the vibration. I created my own vibration that happens every time my phone vibrates for the alarm. You have a custom vibration thing setting on your iPhone. I know that for a fact for iPhone. Don't know about any other phone, but look it up. So I created my own 1111 manifestation or my own frequency, the own taps that the phone will vibrate when the ringtone comes up. I think there's also a way to play the audio as the ringtone. So every time let's say you put it for 11:11 in the day, you'll put the voice note, or you have to change it to an MP3, I believe. So you can make it as your own ringtone or alarm tone, and it'll just be your affirmation. So you'll hear it at that time. You associate that time, that vibration of the phone, and hearing your own voice. Because a lot of us don't realize the voices we hear sometimes are not ours in our heads. Sometimes we hear our mothers. Sometimes we hear our family members. Sometimes we hear our exes and or ex best friends, and the way they belittled you or told you that your dreams and aspirations, you can't really reach them. You would hear that. And those things were paralyzing because it stopped you from doing what you always wanted to do. So at this moment in time, and I feel like this was just supposed to be a channeled message itself. I'm gonna pull cards in the next couple of videos, but shift and change. Shift and change what you have been doing to realign, because I'm here to tell you, you are the blueprint. You are supposed to be showing up. This is the season to do so if you haven't been doing it in a while. Okay? Just fucking do it. Like just fucking do it. If you don't do it, if you don't do any of it, you're going to live life with regrets. Travel, see the world. Okay, cool. If it's meant for you, it's going to be for you. If it's meant for you to go back to school, go back to school. If it's meant for you to just content create, then just content create. It doesn't fucking matter what the fuck it is. If you want to do it, then fucking do it. Like, what the fuck? Something told me to pick up one card out of this. Someone is still figuring themselves out. And this feels directly linked to the people that you felt has doubted you. You felt that you can't possibly go this way because you just know that same person, that one person is going to make you feel like, I wish they didn't see that video I posted, because every time I post, they got something negative to say. Those are the people that they're still figuring themselves out. Bottom of the deck, it says let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. So that basically says you have to let go of those people. They don't even know what the fuck they want in life. They're not going towards the things that their dreams, aspirations. They believe they can't even fucking do it. So of course they're projecting that shit onto you because how dare you do better than me, is what they're saying. And you gotta say, it doesn't have to be to their face. It could just be in general. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, bitch. And what the fuck are you gonna do about it besides talk? Because all you're doing is talking. You're either talking about me or you're thinking about me. I'm not like, what? Top the fuck off. And you let go. Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you. Let me put this in the so y'all can see it. Take a screenshot. Take this screenshot, put it as your wallpaper, okay? Because this butterfly right here, I've been feeling that a lot lately. This butterfly right here is basically you have already went through the process of being in the cocoon. You've already liquefied yourself and went through the motions, that period of isolation to recalibrate, to redo, to replace things that's supposed to be in your life, what you're supposed to be doing. It's already have been done. And you have already came out as a butterfly. It's time for you to make room. Yes, luck is on your side. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. This camera is doing, girl, why are you doing so much extra shit? Anyway, I did this to myself because, boom, whatever. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you listening to this channeled message. I really appreciate you being just here in general. So go ahead and subscribe. Okay, the link is in the description to either book yourself a reading if you want to donate. Because, like I said, the Elder Farm and Elder Apothecary is on its way to me for all of us to take benefit onto that. Okay, so yeah, I love you guys. Peace and love.